You kind of know if you're working with Jim, it's going to be a groundbreaking movie.
If I could just have everybody's attention for a second. This is kind of a pinch me moment, and we're actually getting to make this movie.
Frankly, it's thrilling to be working with Jim again, to be in the first movie he's wanted to do since Titanic.
It's a dream project. You know, this script, the first draft of it was written 12 years ago, and we didn't start on the film then because, frankly, the visual effects guys told me I was mad to even try.
We knew that what we were about to do was significantly beyond what had already been done. We were way out in the unknown, but that's cool. I mean, that's where I like to be.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody for what it's taken to get to this moment. So thanks, everybody. And action!
There's the guy who did Aliens,
Terminator,
The Abyss,
T2, True Lies,
Titanic. He's created massive movies.
On this film, it's pushing the envelope, and it's all just incredible and things that have never been done in filmmaking.
I started writing the film in '95, and it had all the characters in it and creatures and settings, but at the time, it turned out that it wasn't possible to do what I wanted to do.
In 2005, Jim said, I think we're close enough where if we could push the technology and tell this story that we always wanted to tell.
I got it out and dusted it off and read it and said, you know, that's not too bad a story. That'd make a movie that I'd want to go see.
I've been in cryo for 5 years, 9 months, and 22 days.
Jake's on a really interesting journey.
Jake's a wounded former Marine, and he gets given the opportunity to go to Pandora.
Your brother represented a significant investment.
Since your genome is identical to his, you could step into his shoes.
An avatar is a remotely controlled body, which is the DNA of the alien, DNA of me mixed together. You're placed into a link.
Just relax and let your mind go blank.
And my thoughts and personality is channeled into a synthetically grown avatar.
Jake, can you hear me?
A recon Marine in an avatar body. Oh, that's a potent mix.
Run!
I want you to learn these savages from the inside. I want you to gain their trust.
Through a series of circumstances, he meets Neytiri. You should not be here.
There's something about this avatar that absolutely captures her attention.
I need your help.
He gets dropped into this situation, and you've just added a catalyst. Something's gonna change.
Haven't gotten lost in the woods, have you?
Forget what team you're playing for?
They've sent us a message that they can take whatever they want. But we will send them a message that this is our land!
Well, we were creating an entire world from scratch. So you get a number of world-class artists. I mean, really the top people, the people that, you know, I'm an artist, so I wanted to find people that impressed me.
Pandora is more of a jungle planet, but everything is amped up. Mountains are huge, waterfalls are epic, and a whole bioluminescent jungle.
Outstanding.
We like to get as much reference around because those are what motivate you to come up with these fantastic designs.
Looked a lot at various regions of China, such as the Guilin area and the Zhangjiajie area, because they have these really dramatic limestone formations called karst formations. For like the smaller things, we would reference a lot of exotic flowers and just really play up the scale of those to where they're 10, 20, 50 times larger.
Pandora is a planet that has elements of beauty, but watch your step because it's a very deadly place.
The planet is filled with dangerous flying creatures and all kinds of beasts that have some kind of resemblance to things we know and avoid on Earth.
We're working with the design team and figuring out how these creatures really move, how they breathe, and how they screech. And then there's a lot of ground creatures. These creatures all have 6 legs. They all kind of move differently than terrestrial creatures we're used to on Earth. So we're kind of developing a language for how they move.
You guys are packing some heavy gear.
Yeah, that's because we're not the only thing flying around out there. We're the biggest.
You've got great kick-butt military hardware.
They have to protect themselves from this dangerous planet.
Have some extremely effective warships, Scorpion, the Samson helicopter, the Dragon, and the AMP suit. It's basically guerrilla warfare.
We've a variety of military weapons, a pump-action shotgun, the machine gun, and flamethrowers.
Good shooting, Ace.
The number of animals, the number of creatures, the number of vehicles, it just doesn't have a precedent.
You should see your faces.
We've got roughly 25 sets. Worked out we've got something like 40,000 square feet of floor area, plus the rainforest. Another 10,000 square feet, so they're quite big numbers.
Twitter Workshop was our main props maker, and they have done a lot of fantasy stuff, Lord of the Rings and Narnia, and so this is all made from scratch.
Over the last year and a half, we created specialty props, weaponry, costume design for the world of Avatar.
There's 120 racks of clothes here. There's thousands of costumes. We've got the best team on the planet. Yeah.
All right, let's turn up the heat.
Talk about the casting for Avatar. We wanted the best actors for the roles.
We spent months and months and months looking at people all over America, all over England and Ireland, and putting people on tape all over the world.
Get a phone call going, look, Jim Cameron wants to fly you to LA to audition for him. I was snowboarding at the time. I said, I've got to get down off the mountain first.
They will be here soon. Everyone must go, or you're gonna die.
It was a stretch from the usual auditions of ordinary roles because you're playing a creature from a different planet.
I just want to say thank you.
Don't thank. You don't thank for this.
The big discovery on this film in the early days was that it was very important to cast somebody who looked the way you wanted your character to look. Well, what we found is that it was much more difficult to capture the fine nuances of expression when the performer didn't match the character.
Wasn't casting only voices, it was casting a certain level of physicality and interaction.
People literally laughed when I was explaining that Zoe had to train for months because they thought, well, why would you have to do that for an animated film? Well, it's not animated. It's captured performance. So every bit of the physicality of her character, and this applies to all the other that are Na'vi or avatars, everything had to be created by them.